Hey everyone, I hope you're having an absolutely beautiful day today and that you're being kind to yourselves. It is getting very, very close to Christmas. I don't know if that's scary or if that's a good thing, to be totally honest. I don't know. But anyway, this collaboration that I'm a part of, which is today's video, it goes hand in hand with that. It's a holiday collaboration and it's very exciting. I don't normally build any Christmassy stuff in The Sims, but this year I feel like I've been doing it a little bit, like a good few times now. But this collaboration, I was really excited to do this. It was a massive collaboration. There's so many people involved. Not everyone has a YouTube channel. Some of them are just on Instagram, some of them are just on Twitter, but there will be YouTube videos as well. I will link everyone that is in this collaboration and all of their information down below in the description. So definitely 100% go check them out. Before we go into talking about the speed build though, I want to do my little Subsember shout out, which I've been doing the past couple weeks, and Subsember is just a way for us small content creators to support one another, shout each other out, hopefully share our communities and just share a little love. So today's shout out is going to the one and only Miss Unfortunate, who is an absolute character, but in the best way. Her YouTube videos, she does build challenges, she does the most incredible speed builds, but honestly the best part about her channel is her personality. She is such a funny, caring, passionate person, and she's just recently started Twitch, so yeah, that's really, really exciting, and I think she's going to do amazing things in the future. So if you want to go give her some love, then I will link all of her details down below in the description. But it was a really, really exciting opportunity to get involved and to just experiment a little bit more. I really like doing these collaborations because I feel like they definitely are a chance for me to just try something new. I mean, this build that I'm doing right now is not anything like wacky or crazy, but it's definitely something that I've never done before. So it gave me the incentive to do it, if that makes sense. So I like that. I think that's fun. Also, if you use the hashtag Sims Holiday Collab, you will find the videos on YouTube will all be using the hashtag, and as well on the gallery to find all the builds that are uploaded. If you use that hashtag, then you'll find it all. Nice and easy. But yes, so this build, now I want to apologise in advance if the footage is a little bit choppy. I was having really, really bad builder's block with this one. Like, I had the vision in my mind of what I wanted to create, but it was just one of those builds where nothing was quite working, and I just kept like second guessing my judgments, and I had to keep going back. I went, honestly, it maybe took me about 2 weeks to do this build, and I would go back one day and maybe do something for like 20 minutes and I'd be like no, and I'd go back another day and do something for like an hour, and it was just very itty and bitty. So I apologise. I tried to make it as smooth as possible, so hopefully it's alright, but if it is a little bit off, that is why, okay? But yeah, I had this in mind to create I wanted to build on this big lot that's in the new world, Mount Komorebi, and I wanted to create, at first I thought I wanted to create like a hotel lodge kind of style where like there's lots of little lodges, but it kind of transformed into something else. I mean, for the exterior it's all the same, but then when I started thinking about the furnishing, my idea kind of shifted, and it ends up being what I imagine to be like a private holiday home. So like a wealthy family owns this and they come here every single winter for their Christmas holiday. Like the whole family gets together and they come here. That's what it ended up kind of being. I mean, you could use it as a rental, you could use it as a residential, whatever you want to do. But that's kind of what I had in mind for it, and I had a lot of fun. You guys, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I love the terrain tool. I don't do anything crazy with it, but I do love it. So I played around a lot with the terrain. You'll see that I was adding lots of lumps and bumps and stuff, and then I popped a few trees and a few rocks. We do go back and completely landscape the place, but that was me just trying to get a vision, because I found those debug fences and I was like, oh, I really want to use them. I've never used them before. So you'll see I created that little path with the fences, and I just think that's a nice little bit. It adds a bit of detail, it's nice. And these hanging things, I love them. I love them so much. I love doing little trellis things as well. I do them on almost all of my builds. Like, I probably do them too much, but you know what? I have fun, isn't that what matters? But yeah, so I had these 3 buildings. The one on the right you see just there changes a little bit, quite a bit actually. Yeah, but I wanted to play around with having different shapes and sizes, different levels, different angles and everything with all these builds. And I think it all looks really nice. It kind of has a little villagey sort of feel almost. But this room here is the one that was on the left of the lot. This is the kitchen and dining space. Now this is I think all of this footage was in the first day I was doing it, and like this really all flowed really nicely, and I was getting there, and then it was like when I was looking at the rest of the lot, I felt a little bit lost. But I really, really love the way this space turned out. It's just, to me, it's like the picture perfect Christmas dining space. I played around, you'll see I did that, like the big window wall. I actually... I got rid of the ceiling, so it's just like a loft roof inside, so that meant that I could put these windows a little bit higher along that wall, so you have a nice big wall of windows. I do really, really wish we had angled windows so I could just fill in that whole like peaked bit in the roof and have that whole wall be windows. That would be amazing. But this was the best I could do, and I think it actually looks really nice like that. I do like it. It lets in a little light, and then at night it looks nice as well. But yeah, I love this space. I just love these colours together, this really nice like orangey red with the really fancy flowers and the nice green chairs. I just think this whole room really works in harmony. It has such a cosy lodge feel, but it does feel fancy. Oh my god. Oh, I just, sorry, this is off topic. I just filmed a challenge video the other day. It's out now. By the time you watch this, it'll be out. And I basically was trying to build a house that cost 30,000 simoleons, but I had to make it look as expensive as possible. And I said the word fancy. I'm not even joking. I must have said it like 100 times while filming. So when I said it just there, I just felt like it just reminded me of that. Sorry. Anyway, yes. So this space, gotta have a Christmas tree, obviously. And then we have like the bookcases, and the fire when it's all lit looks lovely, and then nice cozy chairs. Like I can imagine this as being, yeah, they come for their formal dining here, but then, you know, you could come and read a book and just chill here because it's a nice space with these big windows. Like it is a lovely space. But yeah, so I'm just cluttering this place up a little bit, and you know what? Like when I was doing this build, it actually made me kind of sad in a way. Like no, not sad. Sad's probably not the right word. I mean, for me personally, Christmas is not like a big event in the sense of like all the family get together and there's big celebrations in that way. Like obviously we go all out for Christmas and have fun in that, but it's usually just like when I was growing up, it would just be me, my mum, my dad, my brother and my sister. And then now, like as we're older, it's not, we don't spend Christmas with my brother and my sister. They both have their own things. I still come home for Christmas and stuff. Although a couple years I haven't. I've went to my sister. But like it's not such a big family get to, like we don't see all our extended family at Christmas time. And doing this build, because I imagined it being this big family get together, I guess kind of inspired by like American movies. They always like in the movies have these giant family get togethers at Christmas time. And like that always makes it kind of sad. Like I kind of love that idea. But yeah, so I felt like sad is not the right word, but it's the only word I can really think of to describe it. But yeah, so this is the kitchen. Now I did kind of imagine that if you were here, you might have a butler or like a chef come in to work. But I mean, it's a normal kitchen anyway, so like you could just have a bunch of people chip in and cook the Christmas meals. Oh, cooking Christmas meals, that is so stressful. I think that's probably my least favourite part about Christmas. Like I love eating the food, but cooking the stuff is so stressful. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell, my mind's just racing. Like it's running at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm just trying to keep up with all the thoughts that are bouncing around. So I really, really apologise if everything is just a bit of a mess. But you know what? It's alright. You just gotta embrace it sometimes. But out here is the nice little terrace area. Right now it has a lovely view. I do build like a structure just down from it, which kind of blocks the view. Not much, but it kind of does a tiny bit. But this is just like an outdoor dining area. Because I thought, you know what, they have this nice location. If they're bundled up, why not sit outside? So you'll see here, I extended this building. This is the building that was on the right-hand side that I said changes a bit. I've put this diagonal, like angled bit off of it, which is actually not angled. The bit where the doors are is the angled part of the build, and the other part is the normal part, if that makes sense. But this is where the living space is going to be. And I like that about this build, that the like all the areas were just spread out and dotted around. I just like it. It gives a very holiday sort of feel to me. But yeah, so this is the entrance to the kind of living space. This room is more like a little games sort of hangout area. This area changes slightly. I tried putting those shelves as like a little like stand at the bottom. I go back and change it. I don't know, I wasn't liking it. I don't really know why I did it. I think here was where I was starting to feel uninspired, actually, to be totally honest, because I stopped filming the first day just after we get into the living room, and I'm like, no, I don't like it. I need to go away and I'll come back tomorrow fresh. And then yeah, that's when I come back and I change stuff and it just all comes together so much better. So yeah, I need to remember that. Sometimes I just forget, like, or sometimes I don't think it's good to just take a break and step away and then come back another time. I think, no, I need to just like hammer through it. I really need to remember that, because if I hadn't done that, I don't think I would like the build, but now I really love it. I think it's a really happy, joyous, Christmassy place. So yeah, again, I did the same thing with the windows on the back door. I did like the double height kind of window area. I got rid of the roof, well, the ceiling. So yeah, and then this is the living space here. For this room, all I could envision was a wall of bookcases and a Christmas tree at the end by the big window, and a fireplace. But that's all I could see in this space. So I'm really happy it actually comes together quite nicely. It is like, it's not crammed. That is not the word. But it doesn't feel super spacious, but then I like that. Like, as much as this place probably costs a bomb, I don't even know how much it costs, to be totally honest. I'm going to have a little look. I'm actually just going to look it up, because I'm curious if it's really expensive or not. Let's see how much it is. But yeah, even though it's probably, it's only 181,000. 181,000 simoleons. I don't know why I struggled to say that. I'm like, obviously that is expensive, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I feel like the place feels quaint. That's a good word for it, actually. Yeah, and I really like playing around with all these Christmas decorations. It was a lot of fun, and this fireplace, I like this. I just made like a very much a Christmassy, like, decoration-y focal point on this fireplace, which I thought was quite nice. And then lots of candles around the place, because first of all, I love candles, and second of all, candles are Christmas to me. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just adding a few little details around this fireplace, trying to make it like a nice focal point. Because I do imagine this is very much, that's a point. I didn't put a TV in this room. I imagine this as being like the evening entertainment sort of room, so the family will come here. I put like a little keyboard and a microphone, there's like speakers, and they all just come here and they like dance and sing, and then maybe the kids are playing in that room next door. You saw where I put the game table and I put a toy chest and stuff like that. So I just imagine this very much being like a very family oriented time, which I like. I really, really like. Okay, so this is actually the footage of the day after when I came back in, and I just felt so much more like in the zone, I want to say. But yeah, there's that Christmas tree, the lovely big decorations, the presents. I think that side just looks lovely. I really, really like that. That is just like a picture perfect Christmas scene to me. Yeah, and then I'm just filling it up. I was just trying to find stuff to like, extra Christmassy stuff. I was looking for as much Christmassy stuff as possible to throw everywhere. And then out here I thought, you need a hot tub, come on. In this location, of course you want a hot tub. And I thought this was the perfect area to put it on this nice little terrace next to what's going to be a lovely pond. I'm really happy with how that pond turned out. I think this build is a really nice mix of, first of all, like the free holiday pack and seasons, but then also with the snowy escape, I tried to pick out the items that they weren't quite as Asian inspired, but more just snow inspired. I think it's a really nice mix of those different items. And these plants, I used these plants from Snowy Escape a lot. I am in love with the plants from Snowy Escape. Some of them I couldn't use because when you pull them out in the snow, they just look dead. I wanted ones that actually looked like lush, like look covered in snow, but they look lush. And those big ones are so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, I love them. But yeah, this pond area, I put those little candle things. I love them, they're so beautiful. I think it's such a gorgeous, serene little area. I could imagine you come and you just sit and you relax, or you think of, what you're grateful for and just fond memories of things. I think that's such a lovely space, and it's just next to this terrace area, so you could sit in the hot tub and you could look over there if you wanted, or you could go round and sit by that pond and I just love it. I would love to go sit there in the evening and just be grateful about life, basically. I think it's a very positive little area. I love it. And then here in this little nook here between the trees, I put a little kids area. Now, I did put a potty and the little like square toddler toys. I did put that stuff, but I didn't put a toddler bed, so like technically this lot isn't really, you could easily switch out one of the beds for a toddler bed, but I only furnished it with like for 2 kids in mind, no toddlers. But yeah, I popped that little play area because, I mean, come on, the kids need somewhere to play. We can't forget about the kiddies. And then here again, I'm doing this window thing. This is the back of all the bedrooms. We've got 3 bedrooms here, and I really, really like them. I cut out a lot here because I was trying to figure out the floor plan, because this is where I was still trying to figure out exactly what this lot was going to be in my mind. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a hotel kind of situation or like a rental situation, or if it was going to be a private property kind of thing. I did decide on the private property, but I didn't want it to feel too hotel-y, so I was really trying to mess around with the floor plan to try and figure out a way. And like, while each of the bedrooms you can see a repeated floor plan, I love that use of platforms like that. I think it's nice how it drops down to the big window area. I think it's nice. But yeah, I wanted them to have the basis be the same, but they have little personalizations, like maybe it's always the same people that come and stay in these specific rooms. So I have this double bedroom, I have a twin room that I've decorated and done for 2 kids, and then we have like what I think is the master kind of room. So yeah, there's not loads of bedrooms here, but I think that there's plenty. I mean, that's 6 Sims that sleeps here. You could easily add more beds into like the kids' room or something if you wanted more kids there. Like, you have opportunity to add more beds, but this is what I did. And I like having this drop down and this little fence and the beams and then the window. I just think this is really nice. They all have like their own little area down here. This one has like a little lounge area. The kids one has a nice little toy area. And then the master bit, I actually love the master area. That's this drop down bit. I think it's really nice. Yeah, I think this is where you start to feel like this place is quite luxurious. That it's a wealthy person's home or place to go. Because can you imagine coming and spending the holidays somewhere like this? It feels kind of like a spa retreat, but like a winter spa retreat. So like you come away back to your cabin that looks like this. That's what it kind of feels like, actually. So I mean, you could easily, because I did think about doing this actually, in the room that was the living room, I did think about making that kind of a spa sort of thing. You could easily switch that out and make that spa. I think that would work really well for this lot. And I love those lights like that. I spent so long trying to make those lights work, like ages ago in another build, and I could never get them to work. And ever since I just managed to make them look nice, like they just always looked a little bit off. But ever since I managed to make them work, I've used them in all my builds. But I really like them. I like how they actually glow at night as well. And then I'm just popping this little shelf thing here. I do this in 2 of the 3 rooms, the like shelf that continues over that half wall. I just think it's a nice little area to break up the space a little bit, put some decoration and stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm doing here, and just adding a little bit clutter, but I didn't want it to be too cluttered because like I didn't imagine the people lived here full time, you know. But yeah, I like that. I was just thinking about, because I was thinking about kids at Christmas, right? And do you know what, that's something as well. Oh my god, my mind's racing. My niece is going to be 4 soon, and I really was hoping to be able to spend Christmas with her this year. Obviously things have changed now due to 2020, but I was really excited to spend Christmas with a little kid, because like I just feel like it would be such a magical time of year seeing Christmas through that little kid's eyes, because I can't really remember Christmas that much from when I was a kid, and obviously now it's not got the same magic. So I was really excited to spend Christmas with my niece, but unfortunately that's not happening. But what I was going to say before I thought about that was, I remember when I was younger, I must have been like 7 or younger. Yeah, probably like 5, 6, 7. I think it was for a few years it happened. Every Christmas, my dad's work had a work party. And it was like a family-friendly thing, so like there was like a Santa there for the kids, and there was like presents and stuff for the kids and things. I can't really remember it. I just remember dreading going, because now it wasn't really for any bad reason as such, but I really hated that when you went, you would get called up on the stage to go see, because it was in a big hall, and Santa would be sitting up on the stage, and you would get called up, and you would have to go up and get your present in front of everyone. Everyone would be watching, you'd have to go up and get it and say hi to him and all this sort of stuff. And like, that is not a big deal if you really think about it. I'm just going up to get a present from Santa. But for some reason, that terrified me. So I always dreaded that party, and I don't know why. And I also don't know why, I just remembered it, but I did, so I thought I'd share with you. But anyway, this little area here, I thought those towels sized up kind of look like pillows, and you know you get that in like hotels or like holiday lets and stuff like that. They always have spare pillows about, so I thought maybe they have spare pillows here. Maybe, yeah, maybe they do. But yeah, I was thinking you could put 2 more single beds in that kids' room where I end up putting the toys in a minute. You could easily put, just down on the left there, you could easily put 2 other beds down there. And then you've got 8 Sims, is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 8 Sims. If you wanted to do that, you could. So I feel like it's easily enough to expand it. But then I popped that unit, and that actually all worked really flush together, which I really liked, having the cupboards all the way along like that. But you'll see, I put little toys down there again. I'm carrying oh my gosh, why can I not speak anymore? I'm carrying the fairy lights along each of those windows, like in each of those rooms, which I think is just nice. This is what I was saying, I was trying to carry some similarities throughout, but then also like they each have their own personality. So I do like that. I think you can easily see the general consensus over all 3 of them, but then you can see little hints of like who might stay here, you know? But yeah, this is the master. I love, love, love that bed, especially in that red. That is so perfect for a Christmas build. It's such a deep, vibrant red. I love it. And then probably my favourite part of the build is this bit right here. That was such perfect timing. This bit right here. I kind of stumbled upon this idea. I hadn't planned it. It just kind of happened. But I really love it. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I put this mirror here, and I just really like it. It looks like such a soothing place. Could you imagine sitting and have a bath there? It just looks so serene. I love it. And then I'm just adding a few finishing touches again with the fairy lights, of course. But look at it. Oh, that's definitely my favourite part. And then we're just adding stuff to the little balconies on the back. Again, I was trying to make them a little bit individual. I was trying to get a few activities and stuff like that. So I think there's everything you need here. There's a TV in the first bedroom you saw me furnish, but I think that is the only TV, so you could add another one. There's no computer, but like I imagined it being, you know, if you're going to a family getaway, you're not going to go sit on the computer or sit and watch TV, so there's other activities. Although I know in The Sims that's not ideal, because for entertainment, you know, these Sims are fussy. But yeah, so just adding a few different things about there, and then we will jump down into the little bit on the side, on the right hand side here. And I create this little structure here because I originally thought I was going to put a fire pit down here. That's not what happened, but I do like how it turned out. But I wanted a little structure, a little covered area for like evening entertainment. They might come down here. Yeah, so this is just in the back little corner on the left. And I put the Snowy Escape fire, and I put like a bar, and it's just a really nice hangout little area. I am really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really nice at nighttime. But this video is almost at an end. There will be lots of screenshots in just a second. I want to say thank you so much for watching, spending this time with me, listening to me ramble on. I appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really, really does mean the world to me. But I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day and enjoy the screenshots. Bye!